Hello everyone and welcome back to KotOR Plays Something. We are playing Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Up to now, like right now it is April, except that right now it's back in December. By that I mean when I first started recording KotOR, I recorded 10 episodes one day and 7 episodes the next day. I haven't come back to it since, but this is episode 18. It's right before Christmas, and I just saw Force Awakens for the second time last night. And it was... Can I skip that so it's not making noise? Right, awesome. Anyway, Force Awakens was awesome, guys. It was great. I loved it. I know I asked you back in episode 4 how it was because I hadn't seen it yet. Now I have, although, again, it's April. I'm sure all of you have seen it by now. So, anyway, we're going to get right into it because Force Awakens was awesome, but you know what else is awesome? Knights of the Old Republic. So we're going to get right into that. I'm KotOR. Let's play something. Traveling the galaxies confined to hyperspace routes, scouting new routes is incredibly dangerous. Excuse me. And that's why, and I'm going to do a Force Awakens spoiler right here, it's like, oh, wow, you know, they have the endpoint of the map for where Luke is. Why did they need the rest of it? Well, it shows a dotted line. You need to follow that route because there's probably a lot of, like, black holes and crap along the way. Anyway, we're back on the Ebon Hawk, but we're on Dantooine. I believe we talked to a bunch of people, so let's just go back. And I believe we're going to do some Jedi training. Let's add... We'll bring along Karth in case he wants to say anything to Bastila, but we'll also bring along T3. Man, I'm sorry, there's going to be Force Awakens spoilers in this episode. No, there's not. I'm going to try not to. But, Astromech's BB-8 was like a main character. I was expecting Poe to be like one of the 3 main characters along with Rey and Finn. This isn't spoilers, these are character names. But Poe was kind of a secondary character. BB-8 was like the 3rd main character. It was awesome. I want a BB-8 Sphero now. I might have one by the time this airs. Okay, so yes. Oh yes, start is my thing here. Canderous, blah, Ebon Hawk, yay. What? I thought I had some sort of a mission to, talk to the Jedi Council, but apparently not. Who are you? You have a name. Only if I get to ask you something in return. I realize for the past 17 episodes, I've probably been skipping past alien subtitles too long, so I'm going to read them twice so you guys get a chance to read them. I read fast. I'm sorry, I have no idea who you're talking about. Are problems with Mandalorians common on Dantooine? Isn't there something the local... Sorry. Isn't this something the local... Isn't this something the local authorities should handle? Wow. Wow, it's a little angry there, buddy. Slow your roll. Is there anything of interest on Dantooine that you can tell me about? Well, I'll keep my eye out for your girl. I'm also trying to manually end where it sounds like a sentence ends in the in the alien speech. So, yay. Did we talk to you? I guess not. I came here with Bastila.
Tong abog siya umninang wanga kumbist king balemura.
You could say that. She didn't save me. We worked together to escape terrorists. I get back into character, but I feel like I'm doing better of not being way up here in the acting voice. I don't know, Strong Dad. Sometimes you gotta worry about the voices you make when you're acting. So the council was that way. Let's take a look a little bit. This is closed right now.
The council has decreed you must not leave the enclave. Please return to your room.
I don't even... I mean, I have a ship, if that's what you mean by room. I guess we'll stay on the footpaths.
I cannot render assistance, citizen. Move along.
Got rooms. I suppose we won't go snooping around in the rooms here yet. No, we'll wait until we know exactly what our official status is here. So, off to the council then.
Bastila has told us of a most unusual development. She claims you and she...
Oh, right, I woke up in this and she ran off and I've been lollygagging the whole time.
A vision of Malak and Revan in the ancient ruins here on Dantooine.
These ruins have long been known to us, but we believe them to be merely burial mounds. Perhaps they're more than we first suspected, if Revan and Malak found something there.
Yes, they seem to be searching for something.
Bastila has described this shared dream to the Council in great detail. We feel it is more than a dream. It is a vision. The Force is acting through you, as it acts through Bastila.
I'm having visions now?
You and Bastila share a powerful connection to the Force, and each other.
Great,
This
couldn't
is
happen
not
to a better
unheard of.
person.
Connections often form between master and student, but rarely does a bond develop.
Well,
so
I mean, I haven't
quickly.
formally taken her on as my
Whatever
student,
dangers
but...
may lie ahead, we cannot ignore the destiny that has brought you and Bastila here to us, together.
What are you talking about?
You and she are linked, as is your fate to hers. Together, you two may be able to stop Darth Malak and the Sith.
But do not let your head be filled with visions of glory and power. Such thoughts are the path to the dark side. The way of the light is long and difficult, as you must learn. Are you ready for such hardship?
Of course, masters, I seek to follow the light. I'll try my best.
Understand that there is little choice in this matter, for you or us. Across the galaxy, the numbers of our order dwindle. We have sent many Jedi in quest of a way to thwart Malak's advance. Many have not returned. The Sith hunt the Jedi down like animals, ambushing and assassinating our brothers wherever they are found. We fear it is only a matter of time until they discover even this hidden refuge.
Other Jedi have fallen from the light and embraced the dark side, giving their allegiance to the Sith and Malak, their Dark Lord.
Do not fear, masters, I will not fail. Jedi are turning to the dark side?
The lure of the dark side is not easy to resist. Malak's power grows as more and more planets fall to his conquering armies.
If Malak is not stopped, the Republic will fall, and the Jedi will be hunted to extinction. the galaxy will enter a time of darkness and tyranny, not seen for 1,000 generations.
The Council has decreed that you and Bastila must investigate the ancient ruins you dreamed of, once the Council deems you ready.
Perhaps there you will find some clue, some explanation of how Revan and Malak were corrupted. And perhaps there you shall find a way to stop them.
I'm ready now. I accept this mission.
The Force flows through you like no student we have ever seen. But you're willful and headstrong, a dangerous combination.
Before we send you to investigate the ruins, you must be trained in the ways of the Jedi.
What is this going to take?
So that
Months?
you can resist the
Years?
darkness within yourself,
A couple hours?
within all of us. Otherwise, you are doomed to fail.
As you wish, Master Vandar.
We must begin your training at once. You have a destiny upon you that you must be prepared to face. The entire fate of the galaxy is upon you.
I can only hope you will prove up to the task.
The path you have chosen to walk is difficult. Intensive training will
Kick her
prepare
butt.
you physically for the demands of the Order. Meditation will teach you to channel the power of... To truly understand the way
Okay,
of
good.
the Jedi,
It is moving on to the next ones.
you must open your mind to knowledge. Seek wisdom in the teachings of the great master. A Jedi
The Great
is
Masters of our Order.
never alone.
Freaking, I think like on scene
Others
changes
in
and
the
camera
Order will
changes
always
especially, it's
stand by you.
staggering more.
You and Bastila share a special bond. Do not be afraid to turn to it. The way of the Jedi is difficult.
Wow.
It requires great discipline. Yet even though you are a mere apprentice, your potential is
Training
unlimited.
montage!
In all my years, I have never seen one who has mastered the initial training so quickly.
Weeks. Okay, well, we do have a time frame.
You've
You've done in weeks what others can
many
do
cannot
in
do
years.
in years. Soon your apprenticeship will end, and you will be granted the title of Padawan,
to
the lowest rank of those within the Jedi Order. Yet first you must
Well,
prove
at
yourself
least
worthy.
at least there wasn't like soaring music that was supposed to go along with it, like in Mass Effect. So, oh, that's stuttering. I want to ask some questions, Master Czar. Questions about Revan and Malak.
Few mention those names around here anymore, but I suppose it is just as dangerous to deny they were ever part of the Order. When I was still on Coruscant, Revan and Malak often came to me for additional training. In particular, Revan's hunger to learn seemed insatiable. I should have
Yeah, right? Who the
recognized
hell
this
wants
as
to
a
go to
warning
school?
sign. But I perceived the young Padawan's lust for knowledge as simple exuberance and eagerness. Revan was my most promising pupil, one I felt sure would someday become a champion of the Jedi Order.
So what happened?
The Jedi Order moved too slowly for Revan and Malak. We were too cautious in their eyes. They always sought to learn far quicker than their masters felt was prudent. It is one thing to understand a lesson, but to truly comprehend it takes a wisdom that only comes with time. Several years ago, when the Mandalorian threat first arose, Revan and Malak were eager to journey to the Outer Rim to defeat the enemy of the Republic. But the Council felt it best if we moved with care and caution. The true threat the Council feared had not yet revealed
And
itself.
so then Revan and Malak went down there and
Revan would
became
not
the
be
true
dissuaded.
threat. Sorry,
Charismatic
didn't mean to
and
interrupt,
powerful,
Master.
it was inevitable many of the Order would flock to Revan's seemingly noble cause. Malak was the first to join his closest friend. Others soon followed, many of our youngest and brightest, intent on saving the galaxy from the Mandalorian threat.
They disobeyed the Jedi Council?
They were foolish to disregard the Council's wishes. I do not know what happened to Revan, Malak, and their followers on the farthest reaches of the Outer Rim, but something corrupted them. Their ideals became twisted. Their spirits were tainted, and they fell to the dark side. There is a lesson in this, a lesson you would do well to take to heart. The dark side can corrupt even the most noble of Jedi.
Understood, Master. When I'm acting, I need to get it in my own words.
You have learned much, yet there is much more for you to still understand. The way of the Jedi must be entered into with a clear and focused mind. When you feel that you are ready to continue your training, know that you can find me here.
What did I receive and lose? Feedback. Did they take the probably like taking the weapons out of my hands? Well, no, because longsword. I wasn't using a longsword, was I? I mean, I guess we'll wait until we leave the Enclave to... Where the hell is Karth? God damn it. Have you been standing here for weeks straight?
If you have questions, you should direct them toward the Jedi.
Fine.
I see you insist on wandering the halls of our enclave when you should be busy studying your lessons.
I would like to ask some
I
questions.
suppose such desires are inevitable, though I fear you may seek knowledge for which you are not prepared. Yet I will do my best to guide your quest.
You often seem angry with me, Master Vrook. Have I displeased you?
If you find me overly critical, perhaps it is because you do not fully understand what is at stake. For 15,000 years, the Republic has brought peace and stability to the galaxy. Now the Republic may be destroyed because we, the Jedi, have failed them. Revan and Malak were paragons of the ideals the Order seeks to uphold. Yet they succumbed to the temptations of the dark side. When Revan fell, Malak took up the mantle of Dark Lord of the Sith. Should Malak be stopped, what is to stop another Jedi from taking his place? This is the burden we Masters must carry. Only through strict training and relentless lessons can we prevent the Dark Master from being reborn. That is why the Order can brook no failure.
To brook
in our
no
apprentices
failure. I
and
haven't
pupils.
heard that in a long time.
That is why I can accept nothing but perfection from you. You would do well to focus more closely on your lessons. The
Wow,
Force
my hair is
strong with
matching
you, but you need
Ren's
training
more
and
and
guidance
more.
in the ways of the Jedi, lest you suffer a fate similar to that of Revan.
Good evening, apprentice. I trust your training goes well.
My training is progressing quite well.
I have faith that you will achieve the rank of Padawan soon. Master Jar is most impressed with your progress. May the Force be with you, apprentice.
Of course, maybe this is early enough that taking in people so young wasn't as standard.
Greetings, young apprentice. Have you come seeking knowledge of the past? As a chronicler of the Academy here on Dantooine, I feel it is my duty to share the history of our order with the newly initiated. Unfortunately, our recent history is one of tragedy and bloodshed. The Mandalorian Wars, the fall of Revan and Malak, the rise of the Sith. There are important lessons to be learned from these events, if we do not wish to repeat the mistakes of our past.
Very well. Tell me the history of the Jedi. Wait, actually, where are the Academy's archives?
This facility is a training academy. The archives here are restricted to those who have attained the rank of Master. We must protect over-eager Padawans from being exposed to dangerous knowledge. The pursuit of knowledge is
Censorship.
a noble goal, but there are some things that require the wisdom of a master to truly understand. If you are seeking information on Revan, Malak, and the Sith, I will gladly recount the recent history of our order to you.
I'm eager to learn, Master Dorak.
Of course, I could not tell you the entire history of our order. The Jedi have existed for thousands upon thousands of years. We are as old as the Republic itself. Instead, I will begin 40 years ago with the War of XVIII. Like Malak and Revan, XVIII was a Jedi who fell to the dark side and led an army against the Jedi and the Republic. XVIII was defeated, but the war left both the Republic and our own order severely weakened. For 20 years we struggled to rebuild, trying to erase the scars of the terrible conflict.
What about the Mandalorian Wars?
20 years ago, the Mandalorians, aware that the Republic was in a weakened state, began conquering small worlds on the outer rim. They were careful to choose only planets outside the Republic's jurisdiction. After much debate, the Senate chose not to intervene. As long as the Mandalorians avoided planets that were
It's
members
okay,
of the
Hitler, take that country. I
Republic
didn't need it
itself,
anyway.
there would be no retaliation.
Godwin's Law. That sounds like a big mistake.
Well, you can hardly blame the Republic. The memory of war was fresh in everyone's mind. Nobody was eager to relive the horrors in a campaign against the Mandalorians. But in the end, it was unavoidable. The Mandalorians stockpiled resources from their conquered worlds, preparing for a massive assault. 7 years ago, they launched a simultaneous attack in 3 separate sectors of Republic space. The Senate had no choice but to retaliate with the entire Republic fleet. The Mandalorian Wars had begun.
Did the Jedi join in?
The Republic petitioned the Jedi Council for aid, but there were many factors to consider before we allowed ourselves to be drawn into another conflict, so soon after the war with XVIII. While the Jedi Council preached patience, there were many among our order who were eager for us to join
Brooke
the
actually
battle.
filled me in on this, so I'm
2
going to skip through
young
this just a
knights
little bit.
They rallied many of the Jedi to their cause.
And then went off to the
Revan
Mandalorians.
was a brilliant military leader, and the Republic fleet began to win victory after victory. 4 years ago, the Mandalorians surrendered unconditionally.
Then where did the Sith come from?
Revan and Malak were heroes, the great saviors of the Republic. A third of the Republic fleet was under their direct command, and then something happened. Instead of returning after the war's end, the ships under Revan's command went deep into unexplored space. They claimed to be searching for the last remnants of the Mandalorian fleet. All contact was lost. For many months, it was assumed some great disaster had befallen the entire fleet. Everyone thought they were dead. There were unsubstantiated rumors of Revan and Malak being seen on a number of different planets during these months. Scattered sightings that were never confirmed.
Where did they disappear to?
Perhaps they simply went far beyond the edges of Republic space. Maybe they found previously undiscovered hyperspace routes to the ends of the galaxy. Nobody knows for certain. 3 years ago, Revan and Malak returned at the head of a massive invasion fleet. Revan had assumed the title of Sith Lord. The hero had become a conqueror.
Where do you get the ships for a Sith fleet?
Some of the ships in the Sith fleet are those that were under Revan's command during the Mandalorian Wars. But many more are of an alien design we've never seen before. The source of this massive fleet is one of the many things about the Sith we cannot explain. It seems impossible to have created it in such a short time, yet we cannot deny its existence.
Perhaps there was
The
just an
source
old
of the
fleet
Sith
just lying
soldiers
around
is
somewhere.
unfortunately much easier to understand. Initially, the bulk of the Force were former Republic soldiers who had served under Revan. With each conquest, thousands more flocked to join the invaders, swelling their numbers. Even many of our own order have betrayed us, lured by Sith promises of riches and power.
So what happened next?
For 2 years, the Sith were all but invincible. Fortunately, Bastila and her battle meditation allowed the Republic to win a few key victories and kept the Sith from total triumph. In desperation, we set a trap for the Dark Lord. Bastila was with the strike team that tried to capture Revan, as you probably know. She was there at Revan's end. That was nearly a year ago, but things have not improved. Malak has stepped in and assumed the mantle of Dark Lord for himself, though he's far from Revan's equal in strategy or tactics. Still, his fleet continues to grow in
Why do you
both
need
ships
tactics when
and
you just have an
soldiers.
endless supply of
If we do
cannon
not
fodder?
find some way to stop the Sith soon, Malak will overwhelm us with sheer numbers.
What can I learn from Revan's history?
Revan's tale shows us how even the greatest of Jedi can fall to the dark side. You must always be on guard against the evil that dwells within you. Think hard upon this lesson.
I will think on this, Master Dorak. Thank you.
May the Force be with you.
Okay, so let's return to Lamar, was it? Czar. Like, not even close. Training computer. What do we got? Welcome, Ren Cookpath. As one recently accepted for training here at the Academy, it is important you fully understand the many paths now available to you as a servant of the light. Jedi Guardians train for battle and physical prowess. In contrast, constantly seek to master the awesome power of the Force. Jedi Sentinels seek a balance between these two extremes. Tell me more about the Jedi Guardian. Jedi Guardians battle against the forces of evil and the dark side. They focus on combat training and masterful use of the lightsaber. Basic class attributes, 10 vitality a level, 4 force points a level, slow skill progression, fast feat progression. Jedi Guardians gain Force Jump automatically. This allows them to instantly close the distance and attack an opponent within 10 meters. Tell me about the Jedi Consular. Consulars seek to bring balance to the universe. They focus less on physical combat and more on mental disciplines in order to augment their mastery of the Force. 6 vitality a level, 8 force points a level, slow skill progression, slow feat progression. Slow. But 8 force points a level. They gain the Force Focus feat automatically. This makes it harder for opponents to resist their Force powers. Tell me more about the Jedi Sentinel. Sentinels ferret out deceit and injustice, bringing them to the light. They strike a balance between the physical and mental disciplines of the Jedi Order. 8 vitality a level, 6 force points a level, average skill progression, slow feat progression. So if I want fast feat progression, I gotta go with the Guardian. I think I'm gonna go with this though, the Sentinels. Gain Jedi immunity feat automatically, makes them immune to fear. Show me a statistical comparison of all three. Probably Sentinel. But, I kind of want to look up and see what the different class skills are, too. Let's see. Star Wars KotOR Jedi class comparison. I was looking at one on my phone at one point, but... Okay, so that's regular classes. Jedi. Jedi Sentinel we're looking at. Class skills of awareness, persuade, and treat injury. Sentinel has a medium skill thing for skill points. Gains feats every 3 levels. Guardian gets feats on average every other level. But no, so we'll go with Sentinel. Although I lose a lot of class skills. Oh, what am I doing for skills right now? I don't even know. Skills. Computer use, we're relying on T3. What do these tell me? Persuade, we've got up there. Awareness. Persuade and awareness are the big ones. but could this just tell me whether it's a class skill or not? So, looking at skill rank, we got 11 in awareness and persuade. And security. Awareness, persuade, security is what we're doing right now. Sentinel is awareness, persuade, treat injury. Same thing with the Guardian. So, if I want security, I gotta go with the Consular. No, Consular doesn't have security either. Blast! Well, Sentinel it is. Picking classes.
Greetings, my
It's
young
weird that it like
friend.
shuffles
Your
everything
progress
midway
has been
through
most
as far as like
remarkable so
what
far.
your class is. So your
Are
class
you
skill,
here to
your
continue
skill
your
progression,
training
and
in
so
the ways
forth.
of the Jedi?
I'm ready to continue my training.
Soon your apprenticeship will end, and you will be granted the title of Padawan, the lowest rank of those within the Jedi Order. Yet first you must prove yourself worthy. In the traditions and customs of our order, as handed down from master to pupil for 1,000 generations, you must successfully complete 3 tests before you earn your place among the Jedi.
What kind of tests are these?
These tests will see if you have truly mastered the training you have been given, both mental and physical. Upon completing these tests, you will pass from apprentice to Padawan, and join in the ranks of the Jedi.
At least I'm not a youngling.
First, I will test your knowledge of the Jedi Code. These tenets must always guide your actions. In everything you do, you must always be conscious of their wisdom. You must prove you have a Jedi's understanding of the Code. Return when you feel you are ready for this challenge.
Okay, so did the training computer have anything other than types of Jedi? Nope. So probably asking the masters about the Jedi Code.
Good evening, apprentice.
I seek knowledge of the Jedi
All
Code.
Jedi must know the Code. Its tenets are the fundamental teachings of our order. Think and meditate on these truths, apprentice. There is no emotion. There is peace. There is no ignorance. There is knowledge. There is no passion. There is serenity. There is no chaos. There is harmony. There is no death.
I think the
There
Chaos
is the
Harmony
Force.
one is new
I
to
have faith that you
KotOR.
will achieve the rank of Padawan
I don't
soon.
think it was pre-existing before then.
Master
We'll see.
Jar is most impressed with your progress. May the Force be with you, apprentice.
Okay, actually, I'm gonna call this episode right here. We're going to do our 3 tests where they might take longer than I expected. So we're gonna call this episode. We're gonna do the test next episode, and maybe after that, who knows how long they'll take. That might not just be a simple Scantron sheet like the Jedi Code one is probably gonna be. So, thank you guys very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter.com/BoaterBug and support me on Patreon.com/BoaterBug. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good one, and may the Force be with you.